Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Thursday. Don't know the date, mostly because, I can look on my computer because that would be smart. May 20th, 2021. All right, where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs is where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, when you want to see the latest updates of the Cruising Podcast, is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Yo, guess what? I was just looking at I was just looking at chartables and stuff, and I've been kind of getting hyped. And this is the first time I looked at it ever. And this one of my peoples on Twitch, he hit me up. His name's Jacob. He hit me up, right? He was like, "Yo, I sent in a review for your podcast. It's not showing up. Blah blah blah." Oh, and then he sent me another message saying, "Oh, you know what? In other countries, they only show inside that country." And so I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go try to find it." So I went to go try to find it. Um, because I'm an idiot, and all I had to do was be like, "Hey, can you just send me a screenshot of the review?" But because I was going to screenshot it and post it. I'm posting. Trust me, I'm gonna make the post very soon. But I went to go look for it. I couldn't find it, but I was on Chartable, and what I saw was I was looking for my name. Like I was looking for the ratings. I know everybody's gonna be like, "Wow, you're being real." Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm hyped. So I was looking up, Canadian ratings and see if I can find it on Apple Podcasts. I stumbled upon a rating, like a list of top podcasts in Canada. And guess where the Cruising Podcast was in Canada? At one point, we as a podcast faithful, we got to 41%. We got to 41 as a squad. We were all the way up to 41. Now drop back down to 60, but that's fine. We're good. We're good. Hey, listen, it's all good. Now, I am hyped because it's not showing in America. Apparently, that's where most of my listenership is, and it is what it is. You just y'all some haters. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Um, I was like, wow, I didn't know this. And I'm a fan. I love Canada, by the way. I love maple syrup, Canadian bacon. It's a hit or miss for me. Okay. I love one of my favorite cartoons of all time. Well, not all time. All right, let's calm down. One of my favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoons was Dudley Do Right. If you don't know what Dudley Do Right was, Dudley Do Right was the show where the guy was a Canadian Mountie that sat on the moose the wrong way. Brendan Fraser reprised the role in the 90s, and it was the worst fucking adaptation I ever seen in my life. You know what? Brendan Fraser did that, and he also did George of the fucking Jungle. He was very much 0 for 2. I was very angry. I'm not gonna lie, he made up for it for Mummy, for the first Mummy at least. The second one was pretty good. The third one, you should have quit. You should have quit. Like the Scorpion King CGI was fucking horrendous though. Let's put that out there. It was very bad, and we're gonna be okay with that. But he ruined Dudley Do Right for me for a little bit there. I had to go watch the cartoon so I could start laughing again. But yeah, man, I'm a huge fan. If anybody at Wesley College that knows who I am, aka Andrew Cruz, aka Samson, they would tell you, and there'd be fucking liars if they didn't, that I got most of the college into watching Trailer Park Boys faithfully to a point to where we were having drinking games. Okay? I just want to make sure it's understood that this is not a lie. This is serious. I was watching Trailer Park Boys on Netflix before anybody at Wesley College, and I showed it to one of the brothers, and they started showing it to everybody else because I put them on. I said, "Yo, have y'all seen Trailer Park Boys?" No. Click it on, baby. We're watching Netflix right now, especially since I was the only one with an Xbox. But let's be real. I put everybody on. Everybody got put on. So just putting it out there, Wesley College, you're welcome for, Jacob Smokes, yeah, I put y'all on. Also, Letterkenny. I didn't put anybody on the Letterkenny. I was put on to Letterkenny. Somebody was talking a lot of jazz, saying that Letterkenny was better than Trailer Park Boys, and I had to go watch it for myself. Okay, I felt like I felt like I was betraying my peoples. I was betraying, Julian, Ricky, and Bobby, like and Bubbles. I'm sorry, and Bubbles. What the fuck? Why did I say Bob? You know why I said Bobby? Because I started thinking about New Edition. Don't know why I started thinking about New Edition. Doesn't matter. Here's the deal. I started watching Letterkenny, and I was like, this can't be real. This can't not actually be happening in Canada. Like, these dudes are fucking hilarious. And one of the hockey guys is the head coach on Mighty Ducks. He's actually the head coach of the Ducks on Mighty Ducks, the TV series. Yeah, I watched the Mighty Ducks TV series. I'm a fan of hockey. Eat a dick. But sorry. I'm a huge fan of Canadian. I'm a huge fan of Canada. I was looking at my little dashboard thingamajiggy, and it's 15% coming from Canada, and 94% of that is coming from, I think it's a province. I think this is what they call them. They call them provinces. Hopefully, Saskatchewan. I think that's west, if I remember correctly. That's the west part of Canada, like it's the west part, and then also Nova Scotia and British Columbia. All of them are provinces. Hold on, can I see cities in there? Nope, just regions. All right, fuck you. Okay, Saskatchewan got a funny story. Well, not funny story, but kind of a story for it. It's kind of crazy. I have a story for it. It's funny that that's where most of my listenership is coming from. What's funny about Saskatchewan is I had a teacher. He was the football coach for my high school. If you know what high school I went to, now you know who my teacher was. He was the football coach. This girl that used to sit behind me, she used to come in like flip-flops every single day to class. It could be cold as shit. She'll come there in flip-flops, and she's very tan. She's a white girl, but very, very tan. Like tan. Okay. I don't know where she found tanning. Well, it's Virginia. It's Virginia. So tanning beds are fucking everywhere. But she will come in and wear these flip-flops and take the flip. You can, like, I felt it. She take the flip-flops off, and she used to sit behind my chair. So she put her feet into the little grate where you used to put your books, where I'm sure kids don't put their books at all ever in life, because why? So she used to put her feet there. The coach slash teacher, he used to look at her, and like every time, it was geography, by the way, and every time he starts to talk about Canada and he goes up to Saskatchewan, he's like, he used to call her a Sasquatch. He said that's where your home is. I used to cry my ass off listening to this dude. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I said, yo, you're not supposed to say that to a student. By the way, I was a freshman coming from a Catholic school. So we never got to that point where we can like talk about, there was prayer at like 4:00, and then we used to go to church every Friday. So coming from there to like a teacher joking on the student for having big feet, because that's why he was calling her a Sasquatch, because he said that she had big feet, and that was just, she used to just get that little chuckle like she seemed like one of those people that never got joked on like that, but the teacher was the one that did it. It was hilarious. By the way, she was hot as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, she was very fine. Everything else. I didn't look at her feet because I hate feet. If her feet was to somehow touch my leg, I might have freaked the fuck out. There's no lie. I fucking hate feet. I'm the opposite of a foot fetish. Like if someone touched me with their feet, I might kill them. I may go to jail that day. I might. I truly. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not even a might. I probably will. I fucking hate feet. I hate it with passion. I would never give anybody a foot. I'm sorry. I understand some ladies, y'all walk around some days with your high heels on and it kind of hurts. And, one of these days, oh man, I could definitely use a foot rub. Good luck. I'll get you one of those foot rub massagers thingamajiggies, because it won't be me. it won't be this guy because that shit won't be happening. Sorry, might get you. We can go to Brookstone right the fuck now, and sorry, you might have to walk through the fucking wall. But guess what? Put your feet inside those bad boys. They'll do the job better than me. So sorry, that's just the way I am. Everything else on the table, kind of. But feet off the table, completely off the table. Actually, not even in the fucking house. You know what? Bury that shit. Think about it. Don't even think that. Nope. Bury that thought in a very, very deep hole and pour fucking cement on it because that's where it's going to stay. Just letting you know, not a foot person. So, yeah, man. But I have really like close ties to Canada. I've never been there. I don't think. As a child, I was there for a bit, not like living, but like visit. That was like the only place I think I've ever went outside of this country of the United States. And I think I don't know. My mom could tell you better than I could. I know we went to Niagara Falls. There was pictures of it. I know I was there. So if that's in Canada, cool. But yeah, it's like the only time I've ever been there for real. And it's crazy because I run into people on PS4 all the time that are from Canada. It's crazy to me. And like these kids that these guys that I met through Twitch, like they can talk with the best of them about NBA, except for John Stockton. I don't understand how somebody can hate John Stockton this much. I think it's the short shorts. I don't know yet. But Rels, calm down. Leave it alone. It's okay, bro. It's okay. John Stockton is the greatest point guard of all time. Come talk. Yeah. Now what? Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm joking. Chris Paul is the greatest point guard of all time. Let's be real. Steph Curry is a shooting guard. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're not getting into those debates until the playoffs are all the way set tomorrow when the Lakers beat no, I'm sorry, when the Golden State Warriors beat the Memphis Grizzlies. If somehow the Warriors lose that game, I have lost all faith in the playoffs because I literally thought the Indiana Pacers was going to win the night, and they lost by 30. So, sorry, my bad. So, I do have, like I said, man, I have very, very close ties. I have very, very close ties to Canada, and I hope that these rankings continue to go up, man. Please continue to listen. Please continue to support. Remember, you can subscribe to the podcast, and when you do subscribe to the podcast, you are able to choose a subject. Also, like the higher you go in the subject, in the subscription stuff, the more you get. Once again, I know shameless plug, whatever. So, real quick, if you spend $1, you can choose a subject for that week. If you spend $5, you get a free T-shirt and half off on all stuff that I sell, and also get to choose a subject. And then you spend $10, you can be a guest on the show, and all the rest of the stuff too. So, hey man, if you guys get a chance, help a brother out. It helps out the podcast. It helps out everything. Trust me. It makes it makes the podcast so much better. Really everything it's just me, as you guys can tell. But all right, cool. But I do appreciate all the support in Canada, man. It's fucking amazing. All the support in the United States, definitely my family, all that stuff, man. All my friends and family that have been listening. You guys are awesome. I love all of you. Continue to spread the word for your boy, and I will continue to spread the word to you guys. I think that made sense. I think that made sense. We're gonna work with that. We're gonna work with that. I'll spread. Yeah, cool. Not spread eagle, but spread the word to you guys. All right, cool. All right. So I've been watching Black Sails. I don't know if anybody knows what Black Sails is. I was told it was a very good series, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna watch it. I like pirates. I like it a lot. The first 3 seasons were fantastic. Fantastic first 3 seasons. This 4th season, I'm on the middle of the 4th season. It's definitely going to fucking hill. Look, Black Sails had everything I was looking for in a series. Cover your ears if it's going to get a little vulgar. I'm going to let you guys know now. It's going to get a little vulgar. In 3, 2, and 1. Black Sails had the perfect blend of sex and violence. There's a reason why I loved watching Spartacus. There's a reason for that. It's a lot of titties, a lot of fucking, and a lot of fighting, a lot of gore, a lot of motherfuckers getting shot, a lot of cat and mouse. There's a lot of things going on in Black Sails, especially not as on the level of Spartacus, but definitely maybe a notch under. And I'm here for it. But the fourth season has definitely fell the fuck off. I see why they got canceled. This shit, like, I don't understand. It just felt like they ran out of ideas. Like it literally felt like they ran out of ideas. We stopped with the the first part that I like. The violent part, okay, it's like mediocre at best. The espionage is they kind of try to play off the espionage part, which is fine. But I'm like, okay, cool. This is not really what I was here for. I was there for fucking pirates. But you do learn a little bit about pirates in like pirate law and like how they were diplomatic within each other. I love the history of pirates. I'm a fan. I've always been like one of those. I'm weird, okay? I like different shit. I love history. That's just what I am. I love history. And I like the bad guy though. I don't know why. It sounds crazy, but I always been a fan of the bad guy, like a Genghis Khan, like a Caligula, Nero. Like I don't know why. Not slave owners. Those were the bad guys. I was not a fan of them motherfuckers. I'm glad that Nat Turner were cutting fucking heads off when he had the chance. That's how I feel about it. Everybody else can eat a dick. Listen, what I love about history, I don't know why. It's the bad guy and Hitler. I'm not a fan of Hitler at all. Just letting everybody know. Everybody's like, well, what about Genghis Khan? Listen, Genghis Khan changed literally the climate for all the killing that motherfucker was doing. That man changed the population of the world from all the stuff that he was doing. Not just killing people, but whoever the hell he was fucking. That dude said, yo, I have over 100 and some odd kids in my. What else you want me to do? I changed the DNA. He changed the DNA of like what was it, 10% of the world population? It was like a crazy ass percentage that he changed the DNA of the world. That's how Genghis Khan rolled. You know what I'm saying? That dude was on a different fucking level. Okay. But pirates are cool because they weren't just what you saw on like regular TV type deal. Like they were just, oh, matey, we're gonna Blackbeard's treasure. Like, yeah, they like treasure. Yeah, they like getting money. Yeah, they like robbing people, but they were judicious about it. And also, the captain really didn't have as much control as you think. Really, it was the quartermaster that had most of the control because they actually did a voting system. They were voting on is the captain lying? Is the captain trying to fuck us over? Do we need to get a new captain? If we do we do trial by combat, or do we do a trial right here? This is our law. Every ship had their own law, which is cool too. And so it's I like seeing that part of the story and that actually being told thoroughly. That's what I felt like the first couple seasons were doing. The fourth season, don't know what the fuck happened, but they fucked it up. They truly dropped the ball in the fourth season. Truthfully. Mostly because the one chick, Eleanor character, truthfully, is the fucking worst character on the fucking show. Now, they got the girl that plays Excess on Flash, that plays the Barry and Iris's future daughter. Yes, future daughter. She's fine as fuck. Let me just hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit. Golly, that's what's underneath that uniform. That's what's underneath that Excess. Let's talk about it for a second. Golly, listen. I think I found my new like celebrity crush. I ain't gonna lie. It's golly. That's listen. What's her name? Jessica. It's three names. Jessica Parker Kennedy. She's on Flash. And she's actually coming back as Flash. And I saw a picture of her in the Flash uniform, and I was in her Access uniform. I was like, that's not the same girl, bro. That's not the same chick. It can't be. But in the show, she has longer hair, and on Black Cell, she has longer hair, and she has that accent, not the Creole, but it's like it's a Caribbean accent. It's not Jamaican, but it's Bahamian. It's kind of a Bahamian accent, and she does pretty good too. Guys, I'm just saying, just let y'all know. But just giving everybody details of how I feel. I enjoy, and I was sitting there and yeah, yeah, and I was like, all right, and then you take the hair away, you cut it down a little bit, and I'm like, that's not the same person. Can't be. She kind of, in some ways, she looked like Journey Smollett, and then I was like, nah, it's not her because Journey Smollett's a little bit taller. A little bit. I think she's a little bit taller, and like they have the same. I don't know. It's just feel like they have the same features. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I sound a little bit racist against light skinned people. But hey, look, listen. I have nothing but light skinned niece and nephews. So if you have a problem, light skinned people, you can't be mad at me because my family, most of them immediately are light skinned. So you can fuck off. All right. I like light skinned people. So fuck off. But I'm a fan of the show. I like the show for the first 3 seasons. The 4th season definitely was fucking horrible. I already talked about Jupiter's Legacy. That's all about Castlevania. I did not talk about Castlevania. Listen, if you haven't watched anime in a while, hold on. Let me sit back for a second. Let me think about life. Castlevania, just the final season alone, the animation, the storyline, the action, the acting, the voice acting, the interactions between certain characters, just everything was done perfectly. And I'm not trying to like overshoot this thing. I'm not trying to sit here and say, I'm not overhyping this shit. It was done perfectly. Okay? It was done perfectly. Like it felt like with Cypher, they said, we're going to give you all the badass animations that we can find for you. And we're going to just hand them to you and you go to fucking work with it. Like, that's what it felt like. And I know everybody was like, well, there was only 4 seasons to the first, for 4 episodes to the first season. I don't give a fuck. I know. I was pissed. You know what's crazy? I called it later, which was good. I think most people called it, a lot of people that I know probably called it the first season. They were like kind of lost, like where they were at. And I was like, I understand that part. I've done that before. Like, I've started a series like Breaking Bad. If I watched Breaking Bad week to week, I probably would have forgot to watch Breaking Bad some week and be like, all right, well, I can't watch it now because I'm lost. So I completely understand that. But if you have not watched Castlevania yet and you're an anime fan, we can't talk. We can't talk yet. We can be friends. We can't talk about anime. We can't do it. This anime was done perfectly. Not like top 5 perfectly type deals. Okay, they ended perfectly. I know everybody's been asking me, what's your favorite anime? First of all, it will always be Bleach. Nothing will replace Bleach. And if anybody has a problem with that, they can get these fucking hands or my sword, not my sword, but an actual. What y'all know what I'm talking about? The Zanpakuto. You're not the Zanpakuto on me, but the Zanpakuto outside of me. That's y'all know, man. It's metal. All right. Let me tell y'all something. This show right here, I was trying to like contain it because people would ask me here and there, like, "Yo, man, what you?" I've been trying to hold it in, but Castlevania is a top 5 anime right now. It is an S tier anime, and it's only 4 seasons, and it's only 34 episodes. Perfect. Cowboy Bebop's only 25, 28 with a movie. Can I just say the one scene that got me amped is the fight inside of the castle. I'm sorry, this is gonna be spoilers. My fault, my bad. Spoiler alert in 3, 2, and 1. Don't give a shit anymore. The fight inside of the castle. Grand Mektash was Dracula? That was sorry, that just caught me off guard a little bit. That's who was he in Preacher? Sorry, my bad. That caught me off guard. He's the Saint of Killers. Really? He was Dracula? All right, my bad. Sorry, that truthfully caught me off guard. Where the fuck was I? Okay, the fight inside of Camilla's hideout, where it's just a pool of fucking blood because she murdered so much inside of there. What? She killed so many things. I'm not going to say what she killed because it's going to be a spoiler, kind of in a way. Just you go watch it. She killed so much, and they put a barrier around her thing that she made a pool of blood around. It is a pool of blood inside of the whole entire room. That's how much killing she did. You're going to try to sit here and try to tell me this is not an S tier anime? You're smoking on some good stuff. This shit was fucking amazing. I'm glad I was showed it in my life. I'm glad I was showed it last October. Yeah, the October that just passed. So I watched all the seasons back. I had that luxury. And then they told me this was the final season. They ended this motherfucker off perfectly. I don't give a shit. The final fight felt like I was playing Castlevania video game. This was one of the best adaptations of a video game in any type of other art other than the video game. This is the best adaptation I've seen ever. And that's all I'm going to say. And I've seen a lot of them. This is the best one next to Witcher. Even though Witcher, I think, mostly following the books, but okay, we're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it. Castlevania was done fantastically. The comedy from Trevor and Alucard alone was just priceless. They had me crying laughing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if whenever you guys get a chance, if you're looking for an anime, okay, no, just gonna put it out there. There is some weird shit that goes on in this thing in there, you know, some vampire orgies. There is a not just weird, but some very, very yeah, well, it's kind of weird. It's brother and sister type shit. So it's a brother. It gets a little weird, guys. All right, it's a little weird. It's vampire threesome that happens between. It's a bi. I look, listen. I don't know what was going on there. It was a lot going on there, but yeah, it got there. It got there. You know, hey, man, people have their fetishes. Hey, that's their life. That's their life. I'm not going to stop it. That's their life. Listen, go watch Castlevania. There's so much, and now that it's done, you can watch the whole thing. That you can watch the whole thing, and like this is like one of those weekend type watches too. Like you can go and just watch it for a weekend and call it a fucking weekend. Like this is how good Castlevania actually is. Well, we can't for a weekend. For real, it's only like 24 minutes per episode, and it's 10 episodes per season, so that's about 2 hours. It's about 6 hours, and then you take the first 4 episodes. So it's about 4, 5, 6. I mean, 2, 4, about you might got like 10 hours. No, not 10 hours. You might got 8 hours worth of television. That's worth it. That's a job. You know what I mean? Like, make this your job. Your job is watching Castlevania. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just gave you a work's day worth of greatness. Okay, you just sit down, shut the fuck up, and you watch. You watch the shit, and you don't just watch it. You experience this motherfucker. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna experience it. Just putting it out there. Okay, just putting it out there. All right. May 28th is the premiere of the I think the final part. Step closer to the series finale in season six. Oh, okay. So we got one more season. Okay. So season five, part two of Lucifer comes out May 28th. Who isn't excited? No, everybody's excited. Okay. Listen, I was about to fuck that up. But I'm excited because we finally get the between him and Michael, and also it might be just an all-out war between heaven and hell. So I'm kind of fucking excited for this. I don't know why. I like watching a war between heaven and hell on certain TV shows, aka Supernatural. Like that. This is just it's just in my ballpark, I guess. Sex and violence, and then heaven and hell fighting each other. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to me. It's beautiful. But Lucifer has been a great show to me. And like, if nobody knows what Lucifer is, by the way, is a DC comic. Not just so if you want, you can go read the comic books. It's actually pretty good. But the TV show is even better. It was canceled on Fox. I think it was on Fox. Got canceled, and Netflix picked it up last season. And so season 5 part 2 comes out May 28th, and that's heading into the season 6 series. That's the last season for the series, season 6. So we got a little bit more time with Lucy Goosey, and I can't wait. It's May 28th. I'm very excited for. All right. Shit. All right. So last thing I want to kind of talk about. Yo, I've been on YouTube. Okay, I've been watching YouTube. I know. Shout out to YouTube, who's hosting my video right now. No, but I've been scrolling down. I like to watch top 10 lists and shit. Like on Mojo, and most something top 10. I normally, wow, this is sad. I normally have the name for this, my bad. But it's top 10 stuff. And the past couple days, I've been watching these videos about Chicago, the Chicago drill scene, the Chicago drill rapping scene. And I was like, because I've been listening to King Von, Little Durk, Polo G, pretty much anybody, like most of these guys from Chicago. A lot of these guys from Chicago, I'm just like listening to them, I'm like, all right, cool. You start singing along with them. And the problem is, you listening to it's getting you amped, but you don't know what the fuck actually is getting you amped. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talking about, we busting, doing dirt for real. I ain't gonna put this shit out, but they're doing dirt. I mean, it's on YouTube, but that's not my place to say. But these Chicago motherfuckers is wild as shit. They are wild. Jack, y'all think I'm playing? It's real out there. Like when they talk about the murder rate in Chicago, it's said in the rap music. They like on one of the Jones, it said the most dangerous job to have in Chicago is being a rapper. And I agree. Yo, there's a top 20 list. I was watching this thing. There's a top 20 list. 3 parts. All 3 parts are top 20 lists of deceased Chicago rappers. Do you know how many rappers that is? That's 60 rappers. Most of them are known, like known names. And I'm sitting here watching, I'm just like, oh shit, they really did that. Oh shit. Like you have to take everything they say in their rap music and their music seriously. And I'm just sitting here like, this is too much for me. This is like normally I tell people, yo, what I like in my rap music, I like motherfuckers getting murdered and selling drugs. Like it's a joke, but that's how I like my rap music. I don't like that whole mulatto singing and shit like that. And like the people that I listen to, like, yeah, man, I killed the rap game, blah blah blah. Like these niggas will actually go out and probably try to kill the rap game. Like if they said they were going to go kill the rap game, they might actually go do it. Like the shit's crazy out there, yo. And I'm just sitting here like, yo, if you said a diss song about somebody, 3 days later, you're possibly going to be dead. This shit is fucking crazy. And most of them are kids. It's like life has no value. And it's sad because all of them have talent. It's not like none of them have talent. It's not like none of them are like none of these dudes are good. And the whole drill scene, none of them are telling a story. Most of these guys can tell a story because they actually lived the story. They actually did the dirt that they talk about. Literally. No joke. I was sitting there listening to King Von and Little Dirk, and I'm just like, and then they said, "Oh, backstory behind this verse." I'm like, "Yo, I've been singing this verse like I sing this verse like almost every day. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking. I thought they were friends. I thought that was his homeboy. They weren't homeboys. They were actually enemies. The fuck?" I'm like, I'm learning words that I ain't never known before ever from Chicago. I'm from Philly. That's the problem. I think me being from Philly and like hearing other people's language, I've never been to Chicago. That's the problem. That's most of the problem right there. I ain't never been to Chicago. But Texas has their own lingo. Virginia has their own lingo. Even Delaware kind of has their own lingo. Philly and Camden kind of have the same lingo because it's kind of East Philadelphia. But hearing some of the shit that these dudes say scares the fuck out of me. And it should scare the shit out of everyone else because these things are real. And I'm not trying to glorify it. I'm just saying, kind of incriminates. No, but well, I'm just saying, yo, why not turn that talent that you have into the goal that is right there in front of you? Why do this? I understand, bro. I'm from a bad part of Philadelphia. Where it's an eye for an eye. But remember, eye for an eye, we both lose our sight. Who said that? Jay-Z. You're welcome. That I didn't come up with it. Jay-Z came up. I wish I did, man. I wish I did. But revenge is only as good as the next venture. I understand some of you guys, you gotta put in work. I understand some of you gotta do what you gotta do. It's crazy that have to say that, but I feel like some of you have so much talent in this rap game. You have a story to tell and you're telling it. Why not use it to make more money? Make this shit legally. Get the fuck out of the hood. It's not worth being there anymore. It's a war zone. To me, that's why that's why I feel like Chief Keef left. Dude had some talent on him. He said, "Fuck that noise, bro. I can't. If I can't go back where I'm from, then fuck it. We'll make money here." It seemed like Vaughn was doing that when he was in Atlanta. It seems like Dirk's doing that. Dirk changed this whole fucking music. It feels like it's more uplifting instead of he can go there if he wants to go there, but Polo G seems like he changed his whole entire music. I have respect for their talent for sure. Don't get it twisted. King Von, all these guys, those guys can tell a fucking story. And I wish from the bottom of my heart that two black men can sit from across from each other and leave it in the fucking studio. I wish it was able to happen. I understand like a lot of rap beefs have ended in violence and fatalities and things like that, but these motherfuckers is on a different level. Like, if the beef is happening in the studio, we're going to see each other outside. It's not like we're not around the corner from each other. That's how crazy it is. They're around the corner from each other. They're kind of like Philly in a way because, well, not truly, because they do go by their block, but most of them are affiliated with the bigger gangs. I just wish that all that talent that y'all have, use that shit and get the fuck out of there. Get out of that situation. All right, well, you got a story to tell. Tell your story and keep it moving. Make your money and keep it moving. Some of y'all got kids, Jack. This is why the black community isn't going up. And they feel like we're the one. This is why they feel like when they look at us, they look at the community, they look at our culture, and it's that crab in the barrel mentality. It's just like when we start to get up, we have it, but we're the fucking crab pulling ourselves down. And it feels like that's the problem. It's not another crab pulling us down. It's us looking down at the other crabs and letting those other crabs that's below us and not pulling them up and looking at them and saying, gotta go. You're in the fucking way, or I'm out the way. Either way, one of us ain't gonna be here. I feel like as a community, it's gonna take, I know it's gonna take some time. I know there's so many rivalries. I know there's so many this, that, and the third. This guy did that guy did that, blah, blah, blah. But all of you have this talent. And I'm not just talking about Chicago. I'm talking about all of the rap game. Anybody in the rap game. Anybody in certain circles. Anybody in certain sports, certain this, certain culture-wise. We should be lifting each other the fuck up. And I know you guys hear this all the time. And I know it's going to go in one ear out the other. Especially if you're fucking talented. We need to start, when we look down in the barrel. Now, I'm not talking about a gun. I'm talking about the barrel of you being a crab. You looking down and you are climbing up to see the sun. And you see it and you're at the top. And you're the king at the top. And you see that there's another person behind you. They're not struggling, but they just need that little bit. There's so much money out here to get that we can all eat off the same, not the same plate, but we all can eat off of different plates in the same, on the same fucking table. Why not just pull each other up? You know, I know I watched it, but I'm just like, I watched it and I felt sad because I'm like, and they play their music with it, like all the ones currently that have passed away, they play their music with it. And I'm just like, yo, there was something here. There was something here. It's going to take, it only takes like, it might even just take one of y'all just to say, what you need, brother? What you need, man? No backdoor, no nothing like this. What do you need? How can I make your career bigger? Because y'all all have a story to tell. We all have a story to tell. We barely know our own story. We're barely taught our own story. You know? And we continue to end our story at 16 to 24. Niggas ain't living past 25. If you live past 25, you are a lucky motherfucker. We got to pull each other up before it's too fucking late. We're being watched, Jack. We're being watched at all times. We're being watched at, so if we threw this bag of cocaine right here, who's gonna eat? We gave you guys some guns. What you gonna do with them? Give you guys a recording studio. What you gonna do with the recording studio? You gonna shoot that recording studio up, or are you gonna do some music? You got choices in this life. We all do. We all have choices to make our lives a lot better. I'm not going after no one. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying, pull each other up. That's all I'm asking. That's all I want. That's all I want to see, man. I want to start seeing us pull each other up instead of pulling each other apart. Bring each other up. Fight to help each other. Because if I'm succeeding, then he can succeed, she can succeed, the kids can succeed. My parents can stop doing what they're doing and watch me succeed and still do, and watch it with pride. You guys got talent, man. Not just either you sling a crack rock or you better make a jump shot. There's another option. There's more options than this. I know it sounds whack to probably go into the IT field, but guess what? There's fucking right off gate. You're making I understand there's a lot of money on the streets. A lot of money on the streets. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of money on the streets. But there's a lot of trouble on the streets. Hey man, some people just gotta dress up, wear some slacks, go to work, make 60, $70,000 a year. You guess what? You're working for a multi-million-dollar company where you can go up just as quick as you can go down on those streets. This is the time to make the choice, man. Do you use your talent to uplift the world, to uplift yourself, to uplift your community, to uplift your culture, or do you just continue to push down to other people? That's the choice that we all need to make. Not just rappers, not just sports people, not just, this, that, and the third. Everybody. It's time. Culture-wise, we have to stop doing this shit to ourselves. I love rap music. I love listening to it. I love the story. Not some of the shit that I've been hearing lately. That's why J. Cole is such a fucking palate cleanser. But I want to hear y'all's music for a long time. I want to continue to hear your music. I want to hear the new things that come out. I want to see you evolve your career instead of stay in the same lane. Evolve. That's all you got to do. There's an evolution that needs to happen. And that doesn't end with a bullet or end with a knife or end with this, that, and the third, man. Like, y'all need, like, you can write a diss record and not feel like personally they're coming, like, take it as competition. All right, well, now I need to do my job a little bit better. And now I need to become a better rapper. Now I need to write something better than this. That's what Jadakiss said. Jadakiss was like, Jadakiss felt that the beef with Beanie was just competitive. It wasn't out of like spite because they were cool afterwards. It wasn't like they ever got into a fight outside of the rap game or anything like this. He said, yo, I took it as competition. I need to step my game up. Take this shit as competition. All right, yo, you killed that beat. All right. Now watch me work. That's all I'm asking from everybody. Take the competition. Don't take that shit personally. Take it as competition. Take it as, yo, I can be better than I was yesterday, or I was the day before, or I'm going to be better tomorrow than I was today. Every single time. Take it as a fucking competition. That's all I ask. That's all I want. That's all I care about. I know. So I want to say I love everyone. Seriously, especially my Canadian folks. Oh, Canada. You know. I love everyone. Peace in Palestine, free Palestine. I'm gonna have a special episode for that coming very soon. It's coming soon. I just want to I want to make sure I have all the research done before I spew out dumb shit and somebody come at me and be like, oh, what the fuck you talking about? I want to make sure everything's right. So definitely free Palestine, hashtag. Hashtag Oh Canada, maple syrup, Canadian bacon, Mounties, all that in the bag of chips. Oh, they have ketchup chips too. Hey, has anybody had their ketchup chips? Like, I want to know how they taste. Like, I would like to know. I should have asked because somebody was telling me about it at first, and I was like, "What? Ketchup chips? They what? What the fuck is that?" And apparently it's a Canadian thing. So I don't know. So I would like to know that. I would like to know how good ketchup chips are. Please DM me at Cruising Podcast on Instagram, also at Nicetown Finest on Twitter. Also, where you can find the Cruising Podcast one more time is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast news is where you can find the Cruising Podcast. I want to say once again, I love everybody. Love the rap game. Love the basketball game. Oh yeah, by the way, after the Warriors win tomorrow, we're going to talk about the NBA. I might have a prediction show. I have it on Friday. We're going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to try to figure it out. I got shit to do apparently. But so with that, I want to say thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.